a Walmart in Northeast Ohio held a food drive for its underpaid employees so they would have something tasty to eat during the Thanksgiving holiday. Now, keep in mind that the vast majority of full-time Walmart employees make $25,000 a year. These are full-time Walmart employees, full-time, okay, not part-time. And that is not enough to be above the poverty level. In fact,
well, it's to be fair, it's barely above.
Barely above, a few $100s.
A family of 4, by the way.
Yes. So if you're a family of 4 and you have a household income of $25,000, you are just barely above the poverty level. Now, as a result, the government has to subsidize these employees through governmental programs and social services like welfare or the SNAP program, which is the food stamp program. And it's been fairly disastrous for our economy when you consider that for a 300-person super store or super center for Walmart, the government pays about $904,542 to $1.7 million each year.
So that's our taxpayer money. Now, if you're Republicans, you should be livid about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is our taxpayer money going to subsidize a company? I mean, that's crony capitalism, right? Mm-hmm. Why did they get an unfair advantage? If they get an unfair advantage over your small business, wherever it might happen to be in the country, now that ain't right, is it? Well, of course, since Walmart gives a tremendous amount of political donations, might is right, and all of a sudden all the Republicans love Walmart. And now, to be fair, so do the Clintons, and a lot of politicians coming out of Arkansas, whether they're Republicans or Democrats. Blanche Lincoln, who was a Democrat out of Arkansas, couldn't get far up enough Walmart's, you know what, and luckily she's not in Congress anymore. But what difference does it make? Anybody else who comes, Walmart, absolutely, just give me the money and I'll funnel it back to you. I mean, look at this story. Look at how outrageous it is. They've got to do...
They're asking people to donate food for their own underpaid employees. That's essentially saying, hey, look, we know we're not paying them a living wage. We know that the majority of them are living in poverty, but who cares about that? We're going to ask you to not only spend your tax dollars on governmental programs to help them out, we're also going to ask you to feed them during the holidays, which is ridiculous, especially considering the fact that Walmart is one of the largest employers in the country and one of the most profitable. Okay, when are we going to have some common sense regulation in this country that has these corporations paying their employees a living wage? It's insane.
Now, and Walmart's not a small company. We're like, well, they're on tough times. What could they do? For a little while, they got to pay low salaries, and then they're trying to help out by doing this charity for their own employees. No. They make billions upon billions of dollars every single year. And in fact, the 6 Walton heirs, the most amazing fact there is, have more wealth than the bottom 40% of the country. They're not hurting for money. So could they pay their workers just a little bit more so you don't have to do charity drives for them? So they can actually buy their own food? And so they don't have to rely on taxpayers? Of course they can. And they just make, I don't know, would they make $1 billion less out of the tens of billions they make in profit a year? I mean, what? But no. Stock market is all controlling. The market price must go up every year. So you got to squeeze more and more money out of the workers. And so they rely on the charity of others and the American taxpayers so that Walmart can continue to pay obscene profits.
So let me jump in with some proposed solutions. One proposed solution, which I think obviously makes sense, is having the federal minimum wage increased, okay, to a living wage, all right? So it'll keep up with inflation and all of that. But another proposed solution to it is the earned income tax credit, right? Mm-hmm. Which I think is the dumbest idea ever, because it basically has the American taxpayers make up for the difference in what the Walmart refuses to pay its employees. Now, it would be in the form of a tax refund or a tax credit when they actually do their taxes, but then that is basically forcing them to go find an accountant, do their taxes to ensure that they'll get that money back in one lump sum, which is not going to help a lot of people. The best way to do it is to make sure that they have a steady, decent income so they can feed their family and they don't have to rely on governmental programs. If you are a full-time worker in this country, you shouldn't be living in poverty. It's that freaking simple.
Yeah, and a lot of these workers, by the way, have been there for a long, long time. So this whole idea of, don't worry, at least you can work your way up. Not really. I mean, some small percentage can, but as you know, we did the story on fast food chains, and it turns out that they don't promote from within. They just hire executives from other companies' executives. Mm-hmm. So a tiny percentage get moved up, and the overwhelming majority stay at minimum wage or a little better, poverty wages are a tiny bit better.
And I just want to close this story by reading you a comment from the spokesperson for Walmart. He says, this is part of the company's culture to rally around associates and take care of them when they face extreme hardships.
Well, I love that quote because
They're totally acknowledging that they treat their employees poorly.
Yeah, who gave them the extreme hardship?
That's amazing.
You did, by not paying them. So if you shared in your enormous profits with your employees a little bit, then they wouldn't be an extreme hardship.